Well, I heard the explosion itself yesterday evening, a little after 11 p.m. local time. It could be heard pretty loudly from here in the center of Odessa, but apparently it was actually outside the city, a warehouse somewhere along the coast. There is no information so far about any casualties. Some pictures have been circulating of the fire that broke out there as a result of this strike, which was a strike by a X-22 missile. That's a missile that's fired from a plane. Kiev was attacked not by missiles but by drones, and the Ukrainian air defences say that they had a 100% success rate last night, shooting down 35 drones out of 35 over the capital. But sometimes when the drones are shot down, they still cause some damage. That's the case in at least two areas of Kiev, where I think two people have been wounded in a semi-serious way. Another three suffered light injuries. That's the preliminary information that we've got. I think 6 cars were damaged, and also the runway of Kiev Airport. Kiev Airport, of course, which is not operational. No airports in Ukraine have been serving passenger traffic since February 2022.
And Gulliver, meanwhile, Russia's Wagner mercenaries had threatened to withdraw from Bakhmut. They now look set to stay after Moscow promised them more ammunition. What's the latest that we know about the fighting there?
Well, about the fighting, it looks like the Ukrainians are losing ground pretty much every day, just a few meters, and inflicting very high casualties on the Russians as they do so. But it's now fair to say, and I heard a soldier who was just back from Bakhmut saying just this on the radio yesterday, that really the Ukrainians only now control a very small slice of territory in the city. And the fear is that the Russians have received the order to finally take Bakhmut in time for the 9th of May, tomorrow, when Vladimir Putin holds his big military parade for Victory Day in Moscow, and he would like to have something to announce. And that's perhaps why the Russians have resorted to using phosphorus munitions. Perhaps you've also seen the pictures filmed from a drone of the fires across Bakhmut provoked by the use of these phosphorus bombs, which are banned for use in urban areas. It's perhaps worth reminding you. As for this declaration by Prigozhin that he was going to pull his troops out and then actually not, because he got a promise that he was going to get more ammunition. A lot of people in Ukraine think that he was just bluffing from the beginning, that this was just some kind of theatrical show. That's the view of Mikhailo Podolyak, a advisor to President Zelensky, who says that we shouldn't let ourselves be distracted by these things. Others in Ukraine, though, are looking to analyze this in terms of what it really says about perhaps very real conflicts going on at the top in Russia between people like Yevgeny Prigozhin and Sergei Shoigu, the defense minister. That's kind of the more optimistic point of view if you're looking at things from a Ukrainian perspective, because it would suggest that the Russian armed forces are in some kind of disarray and that their shortage of ammunition is very real.